Welcome everyone to part 13 of What If Goku Was Betrayed and Trapped in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. We're nearing the end of the story, but I still have a little bit more to show you guys, and this part in particular I'm very proud of. I think you'll really enjoy it, especially if you like Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super. Shout out to Professor Chimp as always for helping me with the story, as well as Rajmain for editing this video. He's done a great job. If you like this sort of content and want to see more, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss another video. The like goal for this video is 4,000 likes, and I know we can get there. Anyways, let's start with the video. Enjoy! Back on Earth, Moro's men quickly reached the Earth's defenses, but Chi-Chi, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, 16, 17, and 18 were having a harder time than they thought they would, thanks to the large number of enemies. The androids fared much better than the rest, but some enemies managed to escape through the planet, including 7-3. The menace reached Kami's lookout, looking for a powerful key presence in the world. He had locked onto Dende. Mr. Popo and Dende were terrified. They didn't know what to do. Tien had followed 7-3 and locked himself in combat. They needed the Dragon Balls in case something happened. They couldn't let Dende die. Tien pleaded with them to run, but 7-3 grabbed Tien by the throat and absorbed his power, growing an extra eye and throwing the man off the lookout. Popo did what he could to defend Dende, but it was no use. Dende was grabbed by 7-3 and perished. 7-3 smiled as he received Dende's power and realized something.
The Namekian. He knew how to make Dragon Balls.
7-3 crossed his legs and sat down, closing his eyes and creating a brand new set of Dragon Balls for Moro and himself to use. As everyone on Earth continued to try and defend it, the Grand Kai, Goku, Vegeta, Miras, Raditz, and Broly appeared on the battlefield. Broly asked what just happened, and Raditz explained that Vegeta contacted him and told him that his instant transmission may be needed, as Kakarot refused to stop the fight, and the Grand Supreme Kai was way too hurt. Raditz saved them all at the last second, but it was clear that Kakarot was in a bad shape. He looked so old. They knew this would happen one day. Raditz says they need to get Dende to heal him. The other fighters, they will keep everyone else busy down here. Raditz places 2 fingers on his forehead, but I can't find Dende's energy. He couldn't have been... No way. Where's Tien? He seems to be gone too. But there's a key presence similar to both of them at Kami's lookout. Along with, the team realized that the Dragon Balls were now under Moro's control, and they must have already made a wish. In fact, they watch as the Dragon Balls are spread around the world from the lookout. They can only wonder what hellish wish Moro must have made. 7-3 kneeled before Moro, as they see his mane has grown long and wild. Moro says that he really does feel the power, having wished to be the strongest being in the universe. He then turned to 7-3 and swallowed him whole, apologizing. He couldn't allow anyone else to use the Dragon Balls against him. Everyone felt the insane power increase when Moro suddenly teleported to the battlefield, everyone looking at him terrified. Vegeta's heart beat fast, until he heard Goku whisper, "Kami, Piccolo." Vegeta's eyes widened and turned to the Grand Kai, telling him that they need to get Piccolo from hell. Goku is asking for him. He may know something. The Grand Kai explained that he didn't have enough energy, but Raditz put a hand on the Grand Kai, giving him a portion of his ki, using Spirit Fission. The Grand Kai thanked him, saying that he trusts Goku and Vegeta, teleporting himself and Goku over to the Kaioshin realm. All of the other Z fighters rushed alongside Vegeta, not letting anyone approach, with a new ally arriving at the battlefield, Zamasu. I felt Goku's energy depleted. I knew something was going on. I'm here to help. With the Z fighters ready, the battle began. At the Kaioshin realm, Shin hugs the Grand Kai tightly. It had been a millennia since the last time they saw each other, and the Grand Kai was happy to see him too, but he needed their help. Goku is asking for somebody known as Piccolo, who resides in hell. Shin's face went pale. Piccolo was the horrible being that did some terrible things to Goku. Was he sure? What for? With no more time for questions, Shin requested Piccolo be brought to the Kaioshin realm, asking Yama personally. He complied, though it was after some arguing. Piccolo's cape flowed gallantly. Everyone was a little anxious, but the Namekian slowly approached Goku on the ground. Son Goku, you've looked better, my friend. And you've gone a bit green. Piccolo and Goku talked in private for a minute, until he finally realized Goku's plan. Those Dragon Balls, are you sure? It's risky. Many lives will be lost. Trust me, I have a plan. If we do this right, then all the innocent civilians will be returned to life. Very well, my friend. I shall bring back all those years I took from you. Grand Kai, please, take me to the lookout on Earth. While Moro defeated everyone left and right, Broly, Vegeta, and Zamasu were the only ones left standing. Even so, they were extremely damaged. Nappa commented on how powerful this being was. He hadn't fought in a long time and he was really rusty, but he could just see it. Moro had a fighter's eyes. Meanwhile, the Grand Kai, Piccolo, and Goku roamed the lookout, until stumbling upon a room. Once there, Goku couldn't help but feel Moro defeating his friends. He turned to the Grand Kai, telling him that he's going to the battlefield while Piccolo does his thing. Piccolo promised Goku to atone for his sins, and they nod to each other, with Goku teleporting to the battlefield only to watch Broly berserking against Moro, who was clearly just toying with him. Moro lets go of Broly and turns to Goku. I defeated you once, old man. I can do it again. Your frail body can't do anything against me. You're hurt and weak. You're all alone. I'm not alone, Moro. I have my old friends and enemies by my side. A bright light hugs Goku, with Moro wondering what the hell was happening. At the lookout, we see Piccolo enter the Grand Kai in front of a huge red Shenron. Worried but hopeful, Moro then saw a set of Dragon Balls disappearing from the lookout into the galaxy. Another set? What the? The light dims down to reveal a young, bashful Goku, displaying the age he should be. Goku thanked Piccolo and Kami under his breath, and finally thanked the Dragon Balls. He was given back all those years that were taken from him. Goku smiled, activating Ultra Ego. But this wasn't the Ultra Ego he revealed during the Tournament of Power. His younger body allowed him to do something incredible, utilizing Ultra Ego on top of Super Saiyan 4. Moro realized what was happening, and he smirked. He knew that he had wished to be the strongest in the universe. It was time to test if those Dragon Balls really did their job. Moro and him crashed, nearly breaking apart the whole planet. Everyone cheered, although it seemed to Vegeta like Goku was fighting without a care for the planet. Vegeta commented on this, but Piccolo said, "The planet's doomed either way, Vegeta. We need to get out of here. It's all part of Goku's plan." Vegeta was surprised to finally meet the person Goku had talked about for so long, but if Kakarot trusted him, it must be for a good reason. The Kai gathered everyone, including Bulma, Trunks, and the pregnant Chi-Chi. They all teleported to the Kaioshin realm. Zamasu wanted to go back and help Goku, but Piccolo told everyone to calm down. Goku had a plan. Bulma asked what the other set of Dragon Balls was, and Piccolo explained. Those Dragon Balls were created by me, before separating into Kami and Piccolo a long time ago. They are unstable, and the negative energy they create will destroy Earth in a year's time. All that negative energy now resides within Earth. Everyone began to argue and complain. How could Goku do this? This was his plan? But Piccolo said that it will all become clear. But first, they needed Miras' help. In the meantime, Goku realized that the raw power of Ultra Ego Super Saiyan 4 was not what he needed at the moment. It was powerful, but Moro was far stronger. What he needed to do was able to move and dodge Moro's attacks. What he needed was Ultra Instinct. He knew he had it in him, he could do it somehow. But it was the first time in his life where he struggled so much. He needed to tap into it. He needed Vegeta. Vegeta, that's right! What would Vegeta do in this situation? He closed his eyes and tried to think like the prince. And slowly he started to dodge attacks. This wasn't Ultra Instinct. It was something akin to what Master Roshi did in the manga. Clearly, Goku had a lot to learn from Vegeta, but if he could somehow combine Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, then he would be the perfect fighter. As of now, this would have to do. Eventually, however, Moro got tired of all of this. He was supposed to be the strongest being. Maybe he just needed a little bit more power. Moro began to absorb all of the power from Earth, to the point where it seemed like he began to fuse with the planet. Goku couldn't do anything to stop it, but he didn't need to either. This is exactly what he wanted. Goku apologized to Earth. Looking over at Grandpa Gohan's old home, he sighed. All the years he spent defending it, he had to sacrifice at this one time. Goku teleported over to the Kaioshin realm. Thankfully, Moro was distracted while becoming one with Earth. Everyone ran to hug the young Goku, and he said that he was happy to see them again, and that he trusted that Piccolo told them the idea. Bulma asked Goku if he was sure, and Goku told her to trust him this one time. Miras then nods at Goku as the two disappear. We cut to a different planet, one that looks like a desert. There, Goku stands alone. He concentrated his ki, sensing Moro, until Moro finally sensed him back. The being teleported instantly to where Goku was. He was slowly deforming, it seemed. Parts of Earth were growing off of him, but because he had so much power already, he was able to control it a little bit more than the Moro in the manga. Goku and Moro stood in front of a pyramid-like structure. Miras was behind them, standing right in front of the door. Moro licked his lips. He wanted to take even more power, and if he could take Miras's, then he would be unstoppable. Goku taunted him, telling him to come at him. As the two clashed one more time and began to fight, Goku was trying to lure Moro into the time chamber. When he finally screamed out, the angel swung the door open, with Moro and Goku both going into the time chamber. Moro looked around. He didn't know what this place was, but Goku was all too familiar. Goku said that they could fight here at their heart's content and not bother anyone else. It was just him and Moro. Moro said, "Huh! You're stupid. You've really trapped yourself in here with me?" "Trapped myself? You've got it all wrong, Moro. You're trapped in here with me." Outside, everyone looked from the old Kai's crystal ball. It seemed like the plan worked, and Miras shot them a thumbs up. Piccolo began to explain. Goku's plan is simple. Moro became one with Earth. All the negative energy from the Black Star Dragon Balls now resides in him. If Goku and Moro can fight it out for 1 year in the time chamber, then Moro will explode from the inside out, thanks to the negative energy from the Black Star Balls. All he has to do is keep him from screaming and escape himself. Miras was able to modify his time chamber to match the one on Earth. Now, we just wait. Goku knew exactly what one had to do to escape, and that's why he did everything in his power to stop Moro from opening his mouth. It was a hard battle, perhaps the hardest Goku has ever had, but it seemed like 7-3's Shenron only made him the strongest person in the universe at that time. The second Goku regained his youth, he shot right back up above Moro. The two continued to fight for a whole year. Although it seemed like towards the end Goku was about to lose, knocked out of Super Saiyan 4 once more, he was only fighting in his regular Super Saiyan state, but he could feel it. He could feel Moro's ki getting more and more unstable. Finally, Moro said that it was over, and Goku agreed. Instead of saying anything else, Goku screamed at the top of his lungs, opening a portal that led to the outside world. Moro was wondering what he was doing, but without saying anything else, Goku jumped out of the chamber as Moro tried to reach towards him, but instead exploded. Goku was propelled out of the chamber, tired and beat. No more signs of Moro as Genki particles floated up to the sky, returning back to where they belonged. Goku sighed in relief. He looked over at Miras, who shot him a thumbs up. Goku said, "You know, you'd make a pretty good angel." Miras perked up. "How did you know?" "Huh, the white hair. You look just like Whis because of it." And thus, the day was once again saved, thanks to the efforts of Goku and Vegeta, as long as everyone else. The team gathered the 7 magic Super Dragon Balls with the help of Zamasu, who for a second did think about stealing Goku's body, but resigned. Instead, everyone wished for any damage done by Moro to be returned to normal. Thus, everyone and Earth was returned to life. Goku and Vegeta sat on top of his childhood home, watching Zamasu and Broly fight. They were their students now, which was funny. "You know, Kakarot, that was a close call. You spent so much time in the time chamber, you almost croaked like an old man." "Huh, I know. But you guys saved me, and I thank you all for that. It took me a long time to admit that I needed help from everyone else, and that I couldn't do things on my own. I wouldn't be here without you, Vegeta. What do you get at being all mushy? Don't be ridiculous. But I admit, we make a pretty great team. Don't you think it's finally time to have a rematch against Beerus? To be honest, I haven't thought about it. But if we do that, I want you to be by my side, Vegeta. I wouldn't have it any other way, Kakarot. But first, let's see whose student is the best. Right, let's do this, Vegeta. Thank you for watching, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As always, it's been a ton of fun to make, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. Your constant support for the channel means the absolute world to me, and I encourage you to share these videos with Dragon Ball fans and anime fans in general, so we can continue to grow as a community. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SmugStickDB, and on TikTok at SmugStick. I also have a Discord which you can join by clicking the link down in the description. Shout out to the Super Saiyan God, and Ultra Instinct members of the channel. Enterprise System, Sonic is the best. Eric Dragon, Nuka Draco, The Baked Potato, All Might, Midnight Combatant, Sacred Saiyan, Phil J. Akir, Pizza Hut Kitman, Orlando Castellano, Hannah Rowan, Sir Justice, and the real Samuel Randall. You guys really are the stars of the show here, and keep the channel afloat. Thank you as always. Remember, the like goal for this video is 3,000 likes, and I'm sure we can get there. Anyways, until we meet again. See ya!